Good morning, my fellow book lovers. I have decided that for today's video, I am going to let Goodreads choose my summer reading, the summer books I'm gonna read. Let me open up my Goodreads so that we can just start picking our books, because I've actually seen people do this in the past. Like, Goodreads chooses my reads, and I was like, oh, I saw the little tabby tabs up at the top, and I was like, oh, why don't I just let Goodreads choose the summer reading books that I was already gonna read? So I'm hoping that I have every single book on this list, or that they're on Kindle Unlimited or something like that, so that I can read them, because I just cannot afford to go buy more books. Not that I'd be opposed. Not that I'd be opposed. So here I am in my Goodreads, so it's here at the top. So we have big books of summer, but I'm not gonna do that one. I think I'm gonna do the summer book recs. Discover your summer reader type with our curated list. Ooh, and then the year's top books, the most read books, Celebrate Pride, top June books, best books of 2023. I'm gonna do summer book recs. The very literal summer reader. I'm going to focus on books with summer in their titles. Okay, so this summer will be different. That is a book I do have. I literally just bought it, so that one will be a good option for us. Oh, That Summer Feeling. Don't know anything about that, but I love that cover. That cover looks beautiful. That may be something I would be interested in reading. We'll see. I'm kind of just going for the ones that, oh, Wildfire. I have that one. I have Wildfire, so that's 2, and we'll pick one more, because 3 is a good number for a reading vlog, you know what I mean? Long story short, that one looks cute. The Idea of You, I know that one is on Kindle Unlimited, but I don't know if I want to read it, just because my friend, she said that it was not very good. I'm really hoping to get things off of my TBR shelves, like my physical TBR. I don't have Mrs. Nash's Ashes, but I've heard that one's really good. Every time I go on vacation, someone dies. That seems interesting. I wish I had that. I might have to look it up. I think I might have to look it up to see if it's on Kindle Unlimited. Let's see. None of these. I just know I won't be into them. Too bad I already read Funny Story. First Lie Wins. That was another one I heard was really good. I don't own it, unfortunately. Damn, I really thought I was going to own more of these books. This Could Be Us. I think that's the second book in the Before I Let Go, which was a book I really wanted to read, but unfortunately I don't have either of them. Oh, it tells you if it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I guess the other ones I was looking at were not. A Lady for a Duke. Here we go again. That one looks cute. I don't own How to End a Love Story. The Paradise Problem. I wish I bought that book. I looked at it and I was like, I don't know, because the last Christina Lauren book I read, I was not impressed with, and it was one that everybody said that they loved, so I'm just not, I just don't know. I do want to read it though. I do want to read it. Okay. I really thought I was going to have more of these books. And that's it. Okay. So, it looks like, let me go and double check, because it said that those other ones, like that one's on Kindle Unlimited. Let me check. Every time I go on vacation, someone dies. Unfortunately, not Kindle Unlimited. Mrs. Nash's Ashes. Unfortunately, it is not. The Guncle Abroad. That honestly seems fun. Let me read that. Not on Kindle Unlimited. That is very disappointing. The Idea of You. Yeah, it says it's on Kindle Unlimited. So it looks like the 3 books we will be reading in this video are The Idea of You, Wildfire, and This Summer Will Be Different. I'm very excited. I think that this is a good summer reading selection. Summer reads, chef's kiss. They just hit different. They're just like a different breed of books. Like reading in the summer and like reading summer romances and summer books by the pool or at the beach, that just hits different. Hey you guys, so it's the next day and I literally binged this book. Like I read this in less than 2 days and I just simply honestly didn't want to put it down, which is surprising considering Carly Fortune's last 2 books have not been like really high up my list of books that I've read, especially in terms of actually liking it after I finished it. You know, and you might be thinking like, oh, I didn't update you, so I must not have liked it. I actually couldn't stop reading it and there was like, I didn't want to update because I just like literally could not put it down. But I just thoroughly enjoyed it and that's really surprising for a Carly Fortune book. So I'm actually a little sad that I already finished it because I'm actually going to the beach today and this would have been such a cute book to be reading on the beach, especially with the atmosphere and the setting of the book that takes place on Prince Edward Island, which is up in Canada. And it's just like a little summer like beachy town and it would have been perfect to go read on the beach today. Plus this cover, look how beautiful it is. I still might take it to the beach so that I could like take some pictures of it like at the beach, but that's it because otherwise I have to move on to my next book. I really enjoyed this. The book itself, like, I don't know, it was just like, I don't know how to describe it because part of me felt like, and this could just be because like the author herself is also from Canada, so like the way that they like view things maybe is just a little bit different. But to me, like throughout the book, it almost seemed like she was more in love with like her best friend than she was with Felix, which was the love interest in the book. But I don't know, I guess it was a different type of love that she felt for her best friend because it was his sister. It was her best friend's little brother that she was, you know, having feelings for and having this like essentially like secret affair with, right? But like throughout the book and like the way that she talked about her best friend almost made it seem like she was just like in love with her best friend. I don't think that's the way it was supposed to come across. I think it was just supposed to come across as like, this person means everything to me. Everything I'm doing, the secretness of this is because of like, I just cannot lose her. Which the friendship aspect and the romance too, I did actually really love because it was actually very like innocent, and I don't want to say innocent, that's not the right word, but it was very sweet. It was very like this really like instant connection, and they also didn't know who each other's were when they first met. I don't think I'm doing a good job of explaining this. I had thoughts before I came on here to talk, but they're now slipping out of my brain. But either way, I did really enjoy it. I did actually really enjoy the love story and the growth. She's trying to like do what she thinks is right by not wanting to be with her best friend's little brother because her friend was like, don't fall in love with my brother. And she's like trying to do the right thing by not wanting to be with him, but like literally she cannot, like she's like overcome with like thoughts of him and like always thinking about him and things like that, but she loves her best friend so much that she doesn't want to do anything to tarnish that. I don't know, I actually just really liked it. I just thought it was like such a different pace than the other ones. Not like a different story, but just like the setting and the actual storyline itself I felt like was way better than the last 2. This one definitely hit different. I think it was just the vibes of the book and the vibes of the story. It was really nice to see like this beautiful friendship and like seeing like how like these 2 people are actually in love with each other, but they're doing what they think is right and not being together even though they really want to be because of other people in their lives. Another thing I wanted to mention, because I did hear about this a lot in this book, was the spice in it. The spice in it, there was a lot more spice in this one than there was in other ones, in her other books, but the spice is like mild. It's like nothing is like graphic or anything like that, and it's not really like prolonged scenes. It's just like kind of like a basic like little like dusting over of like what's going on. Like, so it's talked about a little bit more throughout the book than her last ones, but it's not like intense or like pages upon pages of this spice and stuff like that. Like, it's very like, I guess like subtle in a way. Like, you know what's happening and you know what's going on because she like talks about it, but it's like, I don't know, it's just not graphic. So I would say that the spice level is not even like as high as other books or as high as you'd think, even though it's like mentioned a lot more within this book. Next up, oh, I gotta go get my Kindle. Oh, we're gonna read The Idea of You. I'm just gonna bring my Kindle to the beach. Honestly, it's probably a little bit easier than I'm just gonna bring my Kindle. Honestly, like, I'm not that excited to read this one. I guess that's what I get for letting Goodreads pick the books that I'm gonna read. But I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good, so like, the only thing that gets me is that it's a Harry Styles fanfic, and I'm not a Harry Styles girly. I was not a directioner, I was not any of that stuff, so like, the fact that this is like, I know this is a Harry Styles fanfic, we'll see. guys, it's a little bit later. Got home from the beach, I took a shower, and I've been reading, and I didn't even read that much while I was at the beach, because honestly, I just don't know if I can do this. I just really don't know if I can read this book. I want to give it to like the 25-30% mark just to see. I don't know. There's just something about it that I'm like, I'm just not into it. I'm 18% in now. The chapters are long. Okay, like they're really long. Like currently they're like taking place in each of the cities that he's in, so that like she goes to see him or something. I just like cannot get over the age difference and like the scenario that this is. It's just, I don't know. It's just like not it. Like it's kind of cringe. And the writing style just like isn't for me, I think. I don't know, like I said, I'm gonna give it the 25 to 30-ish% before I like DNF it, but honestly I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this book. It's the one, it being Harry Styles fanfic. I'm pretty positive. That is just not doing it for me, because that's just no. Second of all, the age gap. Okay, I'm usually fine with an age gap. This age gap though, oh no, it's just too big. Like it's just too big for the age that they both are. It would be one thing, okay, I guess like people would think like, oh, if it was reversed, but even if it was reversed, I'd still think it's really weird and too big of an age gap. She's 39 and he is 20. Broski's literally been out of high school 3 years. Her daughter is like a huge fan of his music group, and she's 12. He has a smaller age gap with the daughter than with the mom. If they had just waited like 6 years, like it would still be more appropriate for him to have dated the daughter than to him to date the mom, because he'd be 26 and she'd be 18, and that's like a more doable age gap in a book than what this is going on right now. And it's like so weird the way that she's talking about it, because like she keeps acknowledging how young he is and how inappropriate it is and how it feels. And I'm like, okay, if you know that, then what are you doing? Like Broski was just a teenager. Full grown adult. You had been married. He was 5 when you got married. Okay, that's what it is. He was 5 when you got married. Anyways, that's all I came on here to say. Came on here to say that I don't know if I'll be able to read this book, and that's what's giving me the ick. This next chapter is 43 minutes. Okay, so I made it to the 32% mark, and I just don't know if I can do this. The chapters are super long, and I can't get over the fact that she like keeps acknowledging how young he is, and like, I don't know, that's just like giving me the ick. So part of it in this past chapter though did kind of like intrigue me, but I just don't know if I care enough to keep going. I think I'm gonna do a DNF of it for now, because it's just not for me. So on that note, I'm gonna actually end up starting Wildfire later. I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight or maybe starting it tomorrow. Sorry, my oven's going off and Michael's playing video games. I will update you guys when I start Wildfire. Hey guys, it is the next day and I got to page 139 in Wildfire yesterday, and honestly, I'm loving it. And like, I'm not surprised that I would be loving it. First of all, the two characters themselves already just like started off like kind of great with like who they are and their personality wise. This one I do feel like is a little bit more depth into family aspects. There were some really cute scenes already in here, and like the miscommunication that happened within the book was already cleared up, and now it's more of just like seeing them being friends, which I love. I am loving this so far. I don't know why I feel like I'm talking so choppy right now. Love the little dynamic between Russ and Aurora. I just think that they're so cute. I just think Russ is also really cute. He's a really shy guy and gets really nervous around people that he really likes. And he obviously really likes Aurora. The way he gets around her, he just kind of gets all like flustered, and it's like really cute. He's like, it takes me a little while to like warm up to people that I like, or warm up to people in general. And so like now he's kind of warmed up to her a bit, and he's getting a little flirty with her, and it's just like a really cute little thing to see, because the big thing happened, because the book starts off with them having a one-night stand, and then you finding out that they're both going to be counselors at the same camp that they're both working at. But yeah, I just love the chemistry and the dynamic between them already. I'm just like eating it, okay? Like it's so cute already. And let me go to the one part. Okay, so Aurora had this one like little section that she had that I was like, wow, I have never related to something. Okay, maybe that's not true. Actually, it is kind of true. I have never related to something more than the way I related to this. Like, this is me to a T. And I feel like so many other people probably feel like this. This just like really like hit. I was like, damn, didn't have to get that deep that quick. I start to feel bad about leaving when they so clearly would love for me to stay. And yet, the moment they show a shred of humanity, I crumble. The guilt begins to creep into my system like venom burning its way through my blood, but the universe delivers me with an antidote in the form of my cell phone buzzing in my pocket, quickly reminding me why I so desperately need to get away. That's how I feel. Like anytime like I would feel guilty about like not wanting to hang out with someone who like kind of like drains me as a person, but once they show that like shred of humanity of who they are and like the niceness or just showing like that they're a person, I start to feel bad because I'm like, oh well, like maybe it's just because of this and that or like other things going on in their life. I feel like this was a really bad update. I'm so sorry. But anyways, update. Loving this book so far. I would love to finish it. I'm hoping I can finish it like today or tomorrow. Unfortunately, I do have to work. So if I didn't have to work, I would binge this whole book today. Like I was so addicted. Like I didn't want to put it down yesterday, but I had to go to bed. Within like 2 hours, I got to this point in the book. So like really good, really loving it. Can't wait to see where it goes. This is a little difficult. Hello. Okay. Awkward angle, but I'm here for a little update. I can't believe it's taken me this long to read this book. To be fair, I have had other work and actual work, and I just haven't had as much time to read this as I did the other ones that I finished so quickly. But I am on page 315. I got to page 315 in Wildfire. I'm almost done with it, and I am absolutely loving it, okay? You guys, like when I'm telling you that I absolutely love this book, I'm loving it, okay? It's so fun, it's so summery, and like it takes place at a summer camp, like it just gives all the summer romance vibes. You know what I mean? Hannah Grace also knows how to write a man. We're gonna ignore their age because they are early college and like 21. We're gonna just ignore that, okay? Absolutely love it. She knows how to write a man. She knows how to write things that like make you smile and feel giddy. Okay, because Nate was wonderful, but Russ is a sweetheart, okay? Russ is a sweetheart. And I absolutely love that. I love it, I love it, I love it. What is Sabrina Carpenter's thing? Don't you dare embarrass me, motherfucker. So this better not embarrass me in the end. But as of right now, I don't think it's going to. I literally have very little left. There's only 384 pages and I'm on page 315. So I will end up finishing this today. My friend is coming over because we are working on a very special thing together, which I will tell everyone once it's up and live, but there's no reason to get everyone all excited. But anyways, even though I don't think anybody cares. Nobody cares. It's fine. Whatever. But anyways, yeah, so I'm loving this book. I will finish it today and I will update you once I finish. Okay guys, so it's actually been a few days since I've updated you, and I actually ended up finishing Wildfire a few days ago, and I absolutely loved this book. It was just so fun, and it really brought like such like nostalgic like summer camp vibes back, because I used to go to summer camp all the time. Granted, I never went to a sleepaway camp, which this one is like based around, but I don't know, just like the summer vibes of like going to camp and then like the summer like romance, the summer fling was just like, it's just such a fun concept. And I actually ended up loving that they had met beforehand and that they were actually ending up going back to the same school, so that it like didn't necessarily have to end and they actually were very happy with each other. But yeah, I ended up really loving Wildfire, okay? Like this is a great summer romance. I highly recommend actually that you read this one. Hannah Grace just knows how to write like guys and like relationships and like really like wonderful people. This one definitely had a lot more depth to it than like what I thought I was going to get. Like I thought this one, not that I thought it was gonna be like a silly little romance, because you do meet Russ in Icebreaker, which is the first book in the Maple Hills series, and you do know, you get little snippets of his past. Nate talking about it or something like that. Like Nate talks about his like Russ's past just slightly. Like you don't know the full extent, but you do know that he has like a little rough of a home life and like a rougher childhood. But you deep dove into that in this. And then you also find out that him and Aurora are very, very similar in that aspect, especially with like, you know, dealing with family drama and, you know, just finding the sense of like belonging of where you are in this found family. I absolutely loved it. Anyways, yeah, I loved this book. I think I gave this one a 4.25 stars. Love, 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 okay? Just like, it was just so good. It was just such summer vibes, okay? Summer camp vibes, okay? If you need something like that in your life, this is it. This is perfect. And this one was spicy. Definitely not as spicy as Icebreaker though. Like Icebreaker, I felt like happened like every other chapter or something like that. This one, not so much. This one happened like kind of in the beginning and then really didn't happen again for a while. So yeah, if you are not someone who's super into spice, but you can read it and you're good with it, this one, it doesn't have as much as like Icebreaker, but I still really enjoyed it. I really, really liked it. That brings us to the end of this video. I literally like low-key forgot what type of video I was filming with these books, because I was like, wait, why am I reading these books right now? And it's because Goodreads chose my reads. So this was actually a really successful little thing. Goodreads picked out some good ones, okay? Picked out some really good summer books for me to read. Summer book recs. So the two I ended up actually reading, This Summer Will Be Different and Wildfire. The other book was The Idea of You, which I did end up DNFing, as we all know, because I talked to you guys about it. I ended up DNFing. I just like could not do it. It was just not. And I talked to other people about it and they agree with me as to why I DNF'd it. I mean, if you're a One Directioner or you're a Harry Styles fan, maybe this is something that you can like get more into, but because I knew it was like a One Direction, like Harry Styles fanfic, I just like couldn't do it. I just could not. And the age gap, like I said, we've talked about it. I just couldn't do it. But anyways, we did have two successes though, like I said, which was This Summer Will Be Different and Wildfire. This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. This one honestly like knocked it out of the park for me. This like had just such summer romance vibes and like just like the perfect setting. It takes place on Prince Edward Island, which is in Canada. Just like the whole setting of the place, and then like the years of them seeing each other again just like gives you, I don't know, it just gives you this nice summer romance, this nice summer feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but it really did like go over really well, considering her last few books I did not like. But this one gave you, I think, everything that you need in a summer romance, and this one's perfect to read by the beach, by the pool, on vacation, wherever you're going. It's great. And then, like I said, Wildfire. Did I say what I rated this one? I think I ended up giving this one a 4 stars. Like this one was a solid 4 stars. Like I think just like the vibes and like the storyline. The storyline was actually really, really good, and I really liked the chemistry between the two characters, because they actually, I felt like, just meshed really well. These are actually both, believe it or not, happen because of one night stands. And they end up seeing the person again after the one night stand. But it works out for all of them. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. That's it for this video. Thanks Goodreads for choosing my reads, because this was great. And I had just gotten these books. I actually had just gotten these books, and now they're off my TBR, which is amazing because I have so many still on my TBR that I have not read yet. Don't tell them. But anyways, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias, as well as subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.